We're back now with our weekly tech tips. Everyone is facing a lot of high-tech threats on the internet, but some hackers are now using a science fiction approach.
Always something. It actually goes after the physics of the data in your computer. And here to tell us more, of course, is Stan Prager, a good friend from GoGeeks in East Long Meadow. So Stan, tell us what's going on here.
Well, happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you too.
And now that I've said that, I can be Dr. Doom because this is kind of a Dr. Doom message for you.
That's okay.
So
People need to know.
cybersecurity experts are actually astonished by this latest nefarious attempt that hackers can use to get into your system.
These hackers are brilliant, aren't they?
Well, they are.
They stay one step ahead of everyone.
They can, and this is a particularly brilliant attempt. What this does is it exploits physics in like a Star Trek type of method in order to get into your system. Now, it's kind of geeky, so I'm going to try to explain it in lay terms, but it's one of those very,
so we can understand.
So we can understand too.
Well, and it's a difficult thing to explain. It's kind of like if you're reading Stephen Hawking and it says in the introduction that this is designed for everyone to understand, and then you have to read the paragraph 4 times and you still don't get it.
Out, yeah.
But to make a long story short and more simple, essentially data is stored on a computer in electrical bits, and it's stored in flash memory when you're using the computer, all right? And everything on a computer is in binary language, zeros and ones, okay?
Yes.
This new exploit, which is really a very brilliant attempt, it's called Rowhammer, and it's a malicious program that runs in your system and then actually hammers this particular string of data over and over and over again until it causes an electrical leakage. And the electrical leakage of data goes to the next row of flash memory, and it changes a 0 to 1 or a 1 to 0. And by doing that, it kind of opens a doorway so that they can get into your computer and exploit the actual operating system. It's incredibly sci-fi when you think about the fact that they can do it, because in the past, all of these hack attempts were aimed towards software that you had on your system. In this particular case, it actually gets into your system without touching the software. It just opens up a door into your operating system.
And this goes into your hard drive to get it?
It goes into everything, and everything is accessible. If they open the right door, they can exploit any part of your computer.
Well, how do we make sure that door doesn't open to them?
Well, cybersecurity experts really aren't sure yet, because this is so
really?
new. There is no button that you can push. What's cautioned is that you want to make sure that all your operating system updates are done. So the Windows updates, a lot of people are like, well, I'm busy for that.
Yeah.
You want to do that. And one of the ways this is getting into people's system is through JavaScript, which is a language that runs in an internet browser, like Internet Explorer, for instance. You want to make sure your Java updates are completely up to date.
Is it like a virus where we click on something and it downloads into our computer, or that's not how it gets into our system?
Well, so far, the way that they found it coming in is through somebody having out-of-date Java in their browser. So you don't even have to click on anything.
Java.
Yeah, Java is a language that allows you to see images and animations and things like this in your web browser. And if you don't have the latest one, the reason they keep putting out new ones and it's so annoying your Java's out of date is because somebody's figured out how to hack that particular one. So that's a program that runs through Java. But I mean, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. The fact that they have found out a way to exploit physics to get into your system is kind of be a game changer for hacking across the board.
Is there any way to know if our computer's been infected then?
Well, I mean, I think like with any other system, you're going to want to make sure you've got a good antivirus software on your system so it can detect a program like this running.
It can be detected, this program?
Yeah, it can be, but I don't think at this point this is something a home user needs to be as concerned about. This is more for a business office, what have you, because that's what they're going after. They're going after, like for instance, if you were to break into a medical office and they weren't up to all the HIPAA codes that they should be, and not every doctor's office is, they don't have the latest equipment and the latest software. In a case like that, they could penetrate in there and they could potentially get everyone's medical records, social security numbers, things of that nature. So that's currently it's the kind of hack that's designed more to go after something high level like that
the big targets.
Than Chris Pisano's home computer.
A really small target.
Thank goodness.
Dr. Doom, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you again. Thanks for having me on the show.
Happy Labor Day weekend.
You too.